Greetings. Well, yesterday the book launched, and I just wanted to say thank you for everybody. And again, so I'm still making a push. So again, if you haven't bought the book, it's priced special for the launch week at 199. It's available on paperback and hardcover. So thank you for everyone who has helped push it. It's actually made number one on several categories. Some categories I don't really care less. So one of the things I kind of laugh a little bit about how rankings are achieved, and it's not. Yeah, I guess I say it's not that big of a deal, but I know it helps probably in searches. So again, I have to appreciate at least the ranking. So it's reached number one in at least four categories that I know of. One of them was financial risk management. Number four on wealth management. Number seven on personal money management. Number 10 on personal finance. Number seven on budgeting and money management. Number four on personal budgeting. And then it's several travel categories that it also was highly ranked or number one. So again, I'll take it, I guess. But what's probably more important is to consider writing a review. So if you have the book, certainly I'd appreciate it if you would write a 5-star review. And I know I've been told that will help more. But I do want to read a section from a book, and it's appropriate for today. There's chapter is called Everything is a Gift. And in this chapter, we talk about the importance of gratitude. And there's a lot of studies later in the chapter, but I opened the chapter, again, reminding our readers about the gift of the shoes, the hole in the shoes that I had. And a little bit later, I talk about something else. So I'd like to read that to you. So another situation that I received as a gift, though I initially thought of it as an annoyance, had to do with my camera. I had purchased it before my trip because of its small size and light weight, thinking that it would enable a visual record of my experience. But I didn't really have time to practice with it before I left. And though I brought the user's manual with me, I didn't ever take the time to study it. So I left the camera on its automatic settings and used it that way during my Camino, taking lots of pictures that I planned to download and share after I returned to the United States. When I got back home, one of the first things I did was to download the files from my camera, ready to post them on my social media accounts and send to family and friends. But I soon discovered that the files saved by the camera on its automatic settings were MP4 files, the wrong format for what I wanted to do with them. A friend explained to me that I would need to download a software program that would allow me to watch each video file frame by frame and then save the appropriate frame as a JPG file that I could share on social media. This seemed quite tedious to me, and I was frustrated and impatient. But I did as he suggested, since I had no other choice. Somewhat to my surprise, I gradually felt my frustration and impatience give way to pleasurable memory as I watched each MP4 file. In the process of reformatting and viewing each file, I realized I was reliving my Camino experience and even remembering things I had forgotten. And once again I thought, the Camino is giving me what I needed, a belated gift. Maybe one of the most extreme cases of seeing adversity as a gift came during a conversation with Kasia, a peregrina from Poland. As we walked together from Portomarin to Casanova, she complained about bed bugs. Apparently, Kasia had been extremely unfortunate to encounter bed bugs in a place where she slept, and she was getting irritated in more ways than one. I said to her, "Well, I can't speak for you, but I'm one of those people who thinks that everything that happens to us on the Camino happens for a reason, and our job is to find out what the gift is, even in unpleasant circumstances." I can't remember her reply, but a couple of days later, I got a message from her that said, "You were absolutely right. I had to change my perspective to see the gift. It prepared me for the gift that I was about to receive. And had that not happened, the gift I got wouldn't have happened. So you'll learn more, you'll read more about that. But one of the things, as I was going through those files, what you see behind me is a church through these, it's framed nicely through these trees. And above there is actually a castle. Now, I was going through the photos that day, through these MP4 files, trying to get each frame. And it was going through these files that day that convinced me, that I said to myself, I'm going back and I am going to do the Camino again. So anyway, so everything was a gift, regardless of what happened. Every ache and pain, every adversity, that was one of the big lessons that, again, gratitude, looking for the gift in everything that happened. So once again, I want to thank you for the gift of your, the purchase of your book, helping me get some Amazon ratings. And, again, if there's one more thing I could ask, I'd certainly like to ask for a 5-star review if you could post that on Amazon. So thank you. Enjoy the book for those of you who haven't bought it yet. And Buen Camino.